Final walk through. What is that? So this is pretty much just if you're buying a house, right? If you're buying a new house or new to you or whatever, right? And your purchase agreement, it should say that you have the right to a final walkthrough, right? So that's like right before closing, you can walk through the house to make sure everything is as it should be. I think you should always do this, no matter what. If your agent sucks, he's not going to tell you about it, and he's not going to suggest that you do it because it's easier if you don't, right? So, he might not suggest it, but you should always know that you can do this, and you should always do it. Why should you always do it? Well, you want to make sure that the house is exactly how you expect it and how it was pretty much after you did your inspection, and that if you did have some items, in your inspection that needed addressed, right? So maybe they found some, I don't know, GFIs in the kitchen or garage or just little silly stuff, right? And you ask for them to fix it and they agree to it, you want to make sure that stuff is fixed or repaired. Again, let's say that your house has, I don't know, an inspection, they figured out the fridge didn't work and they agreed they were going to fix it. You want to go and make sure that they actually was fixed and it's working, right? Whatever ends up happening, right? Another reason is maybe when they moved out, they put a couch through a wall, right? So again, you got to go through and make sure that, you didn't expect to get the house like that. So the point of this is making sure doing a final walkthrough, and I always do them. Well, all the houses we buy, they're all jacked up, so it doesn't even matter, but we still do a final walkthrough anyway, just to make sure that hey, this place is still there. It didn't burn to the ground. It's not underwater, some crazy shit, right? So we always just go, it takes 5 seconds. You go walk around, look at it, everything's good, and go and close, right? And the reason you do this is, let's just say that they did throw a couch through the wall, and maybe they partied like crazy and they ripped a cabinet off the wall, and maybe some dude was hanging off the I can't point backwards on the phone, but maybe the dude was hanging off the fan and it's hanging off the wall now, right? So all that stuff, you don't want that surprise when you walk in. You're excited because you just closed on your house and you walk in and that thing's hanging down, the cabinet's hanging down, the wall's blown out and you can see into the other room where there should be a wall, right? So you just got to check on all that. If they agreed the appliances are going to stay, that they're there, the furnace, all the big stuff, it takes 5 seconds to literally walk through a house. Maybe not 5 seconds, call it a minute. It takes 1 minute to just pop your head in all the rooms, look through the kitchen, look in the basement, look around, make sure everything's as you agreed upon, and then go to closing and sign, and then you get your keys and you come home to your brand new house, your TU house, whatever. You change your locks and you're good, right? So always, always, always do a final walkthrough, no matter what. If your agent doesn't tell you about a final walkthrough, you tell him about a final walkthrough and be like, hey, agent, that literally sucks. You should probably use another one. We should do a final walkthrough. So I hope this video helped. And yeah, you should always do a final walkthrough. And if you did do a final walkthrough and found some crazy stuff, I'm trying to think if we ever found some crazy stuff. I don't think we ever did, because like I said, all the houses are always usually pretty crappy. But someone was telling me that they had a repair that the guys agreed to do and they never did it. So they went to closing, be like, I'm not closing until you do this repair. You said you were going to do it. So, you can use it as a bargaining chip. And most of the time, if they agree to do something, they're going to try to just be like, maybe they'll just close and I'll get away without doing it. But you should be, or your agent, right? That's why you have an agent. He should be like, yeah, we're not closing until this is done. You're not agreed, you're not respecting a contract. This is right. So you should, fight for it mostly if it's right and they agreed on it. So hope this video helped and see you on the next one.